So, welcome back. It is the 22nd, Sunday, the 22nd of December, I believe. You join me back at the house, and fantastic news. They have poured the first floor. You would have seen some of the footage of them pouring it, but this is the first day it's been dry enough. I say the first day, I mean, it's literally 2 days since they poured it. But it's now dry enough to go up and take a look. So, I thought I'd take you with me for the first time up on the first floor. I'm buzzing for this. So let's go. Okay, so walking back through, see they put a lot more supports up now because the concrete is so heavy. I've already come into the house, by the way, because it was a bit treacherous. I thought I wouldn't film myself again, nearly decking it. But as you can see from the last couple of clips, the supports and everything have kind of been put in place. It's really difficult now to get back to the utility, but look at our staircase. Unbelievable. I didn't actually realize they were pouring this in concrete, but they have done. And I thought they were going to do just like a flat, I have no idea how they pour stairs, maybe like a flat slope. I guess that doesn't really make sense, but yeah, so all the stairs are now in. It's poured concrete, which means we're never going to get any of the creaks or anything like that. And I can't believe how good these have come out. They are really, really nice. We potentially might put wood flooring down, but I'm really not sure whether we want to just have like polished concrete now on the stairs, because I think it looks, obviously right now it doesn't, but you'd have to polish it up, make it look shiny and everything really nice, and you can have polished concrete stairs. Probably not the safest, but an idea anyway. And yeah, as I said the other day, I thought it was going to go up this way, but actually it's going to go up this way as they poured it. And I really, really like how it looks. So as you come in from the front door, you know, you've got your toilet there, into the main room, through to the utility if you wanted to, and then you've got the stairs all the way up. I think maybe my idea of having a desk under there might be a bit of a mistake now, because I think that it's quite dark and I don't know if there's that much room, but at the same time it is quite a big space, so maybe a small little desk, or maybe just a hell of a lot of storage, which would be probably the best use, let's be real. But let's move on. So walking up the stairs, I'm delaying this because I am super excited. So we walk up the stairs and out on to, oh my lord, look at this. I'm delaying the view, but it is incredible. Let me just pop you back here for now quickly, just before I turn you around. So if I put you this way, so what you will see is, as you come up the stairs here, so you'll come up to here, this will be the like landing along here. We'll have like a window behind the stairs, I believe, like a long thin one, so we'll frame the view of the mountains beautifully from the hallway. And then this side here, so this is the chimney. The chimney will go straight up through there and like a pillar. This will be the door into what will effectively be the main bathroom. So we've got a kind of flue down here. I think this is where all of the toilet and like wastewater can get plumbed down into there. So it'll be quite a decent sized bathroom. You can see we probably have like a bath, shower unit here, toilet, sink, yeah, just as bathrooms would look. This is then basically where the door will be. So all of this straight up will be one bedroom, and that all of these bedrooms will open out onto the balcony, which I'll show you in a second. And then next to it, so bear with me a second. So yeah, and then next to it, we'll have the kind of middle bedroom. So again, that'll go straight up, two solid walls either side. It is probably, what's that? Maybe 3 meters by probably 3 meters by 5 meter bedrooms. I think they're all about the same size, which is quite nice. And that will be bedroom number 2. So we'll have kind of bedroom 1, bedroom 2, both same size guest bedrooms as you would like. And then this is where it all gets really quite good. So I think what will happen is that we have, I think there's a door here. So there's one door here and down, so it keeps that kind of framed window open for the whole length of the balcony. And then we've got some cat prints in there. That's quite cool. And then what will happen here is we'll have a door, so this will open out into the master bedroom. And then what we will have is a ensuite at the back here. So this will be our private bathroom with shower, toilet, sink, everything you want in an ensuite, of course. And then I believe there's another section in front which has like a half walk-in wardrobe. So from here across to here, it's almost like a false wall walk-in wardrobe. You walk past it and then get into a door which goes into the ensuite. And then in front of that leads into the master bedroom. So I'll just turn the camera again quickly. So here is the master bedroom. We'll have a nice big window, not like a full panel window. I think it's another kind of like a slot window here. So we'll get nice views out to that side of the mountain range and everything. It also keeps a bit of privacy in the bedroom. We'll have a nice bed, probably either along here, I think it will go. And then all of these will be kind of glass fronted with doors out onto the balcony, which I think is going to be phenomenal. I think the master bedroom does have a tiny little balcony separate for itself at the front, but then it really is about this shared space. So I've got to turn it around now and show you guys. I can't delay it anymore. It is stunning. It's stunning. Okay. And then this, so if I come back here, this is the balcony. As you can see, this will be where each of the pillars are and the wall will go there. All will have doors out. And then this is the view from the upstairs balcony. I mean, look at that. What's really good about our land as well is there's this plot in front of us. Because we've built ours up so much, is even if someone did put a second story on there in future, you would still get that absolutely epic view of the town. And then to the right as well, all comes around absolutely lovely. And behind, so we'll get a nice view. That'll be our kind of master bedroom view out to the side. And then up behind, we'll have a nice picture frame window in the hallway that will just capture all of that lovely and around. And then yeah, so I think this looks tremendous. Just to give you a view from the back, I'll kind of put you guys over here. So you're now in the main bathroom. So yeah, as if I was coming up the stairs, it will be kind of bedroom number 1, bathroom here, walk along this hallway, we'll have bedroom number 2 just up here, which will be lovely, come straight out to there. And then of course finally our bedroom, so bedroom number 3, we'll have nice big open space, bathroom, everything like that. It's really, really nice sized. And then yeah, here's where I was kind of saying we'll have a small little balcony area here for us, and then it will also come out onto this main piece. So we'll have probably a few chairs dotted around, probably maybe a little small table up there for the guests, small table here for us, and then you can just sit. I'm not going to squat and pretend to sit, but you kind of, actually no, I will. You can sit. You could sit and just look at this. Snow on the mountains, sun, gorgeous outlook, surrounded by nature. And then of a Saturday or Sunday morning, hiking boots. There's like loads of hiking trails up into the mountains. You can be up there for hours. There's a really, really nice one that's about 45 minutes. I can actually see where it ends from here. It's kind of, they've got like a church, like a historical cross up there. And you can go, they've got little tables and chairs set up there. You can go sit up there and have just a really nice start to a weekend morning. It's just absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable. So pleased with how it's come out. We weren't sure initially kind of what size we wanted to go for. So this is, the house itself is 180 square meters. 160 square meters, sorry. So it's 80 square meters on the bottom, 80 square meters on the top. And we thought that might be, I wasn't sure whether it would be too small, too big, but it actually feels really, really good. And the fact that we've gone for 3 bedrooms rather than 4 means that you get really 3 nice sized bedrooms, and we can put sofa bed downstairs if we want to. And as I've mentioned, we've got plenty of space for outbuildings and bits like that. Maybe we'll put a little like outbuilding officey kind of lodge thing where people can, if we have a lot of people, they can stay. But yeah, tremendous, absolutely tremendous. So just here really quickly, you can see where a cat has decided to come across our floor. So maybe we won't have polished concrete on the floors everywhere, because that's not going to go too well. So that will definitely be floored. And then here you can kind of get a better picture of the garden space. So this is the driveway in where the rental car's parked. So I believe that the initial project has concrete that just comes down to there. So we'll just get one solid line of driveway. I'm thinking what I'd quite like to do actually is not trip over anything and fall to my death. Let's not do that. Is actually maybe extend it to come in line with here. So have all of this as like a big kind of area for cars, maybe a little workshop there, and just have a really nice kind of ability to turn cars around and stuff as well if we need to. Because I can't see us planting anything massive in here. I mean, I may be wrong. We may completely change our minds, but that's kind of what I'm envisioning now. We see all the materials. This will then form the majority of the actual natural garden space just there. So that's kind of what we can use to grow food and bits and pieces. You can see where the veranda starts. So my idea would be to separate the garden area and the seating area, maybe a small, I really want like a swim spot now. They're like a mix between a swimming pool and a jacuzzi, something like that, but that'll be many years down the line when we've actually got enough money. And then here will be the other area, which at the moment is just going to be turfed and raised up to the level of the veranda. This is the septic tank, so this will be completely buried, and then there'll just be a small access tube so they can, I think the access tube is here, so they can park up on the road and extract what they need to if they do need to. The neighbours here actually have said that they've got permission from the council to dig this up and put in a pipe at the cost of, I think it's like 10,000 euros maybe? Maybe it's 10,000 leather. Either way, it's quite expensive, so we're not going to do that. We've already put our septic tank in now. Had we known before, we might be different, but we've already paid for this. So maybe in future the council will do that work and we can just tee straight into that pipe in future, but for now we'll just leave that. But once this is built up and over, we'll have a nice grass area. My idea maybe is to extend this with just some decking, like temporary decking, so if you ever want to go out to grass, we can. I don't really want to pour more concrete where I can avoid it. And I think we're both in agreement of that. We're happy with the amount of concrete we've got. We just want more green space and natural space, and wood's kind of a nice mix between the two. And then just down the side here quickly, it's not that high, but I do not like heights. Down here is that side area where I was showing you. So it's actually a really decent sized bit of space just here where we can put bits and pieces, like to store it out of the way if we've got some covered areas. And again down this side, quite a nice sheltered area you could build. And that's the stairway down. But that view just does not get old. I think, to be honest, I don't really know how much more we're going to be able to film on this trip. We're only here for another week. I don't think they're going to do too much more on this because it's only just been poured. I think they need to let this set for a little bit. But effectively, what will now happen is the process will follow the same pattern as downstairs. So they've got the base level. So if you treat this like the foundation from the videos you've seen before, they will pour. These wooden supports will all stay, I think, while they then start on the second level. And this is drying fully. They will build up further supports. And again, we're going to have another level of 10-foot ceiling. So 10 foot below, 10 foot on the second. So it gives it a really nice height and a really nice feeling of space in all of the rooms. So they're going to pour, kind of extend this rebar all the way up, pour concrete pillars so they're nice and supported. They're then going to go around and fill in all of the pop bricks and have the window sections. After that, they will tie it all together with the roof. And at that same time, we can then start ordering windows and doors and bits and pieces like that. There isn't really much point in ordering the windows for the downstairs just yet, because it won't be fully watertight because of the open stairwell. So we're going to just probably do that all in one big hit later when it's ready to just all be fit and finished. And then once that's done, it's pretty much over to us. We need to just get first fit electrics in. So the electric pylon's just there, so we'll get electric properly attached to the house through a box and everything. The water is already on the land, as you've seen previous videos, so we'll get that hooked up properly. All of the plumbing to the septic tank and everything like that. So kind of first fit pipes. Second fit pipes will be getting the shower, kitchen, everything fitted. First fit electrics, second fit electrics like lights and bits and pieces like that. I don't know. There was an idea to maybe do some of that ourselves, but I'm terrible with my hands. No, let me reword that. In some aspects, I'm terrible with my hands, and for the price that you can get good quality labour out here, and the fact that it will help out the local economy and things like that, means we kind of may as well just pay people to do that, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, I don't think. Why not? We've got well, we don't actually right now have the funds at the moment, but hopefully by then we will have saved up a bit more. And then hopefully in 2025, we will be at a position where we can start coming to use this place, which will be super, super exciting. But I just had to come back up. It's Christmas Eve now, so an amazing Christmas present to us, I think. And the reason I wanted to come up and quickly film is just because, as you can see behind me now, the sun's covered by some cloud cover. It makes it so much easier just to see the kind of bowl of mountains we're surrounded by. I really love seeing the clouds drifting over the mountains and especially over behind me, it just looks unbelievable. And up there now you can see the snow settling on the mountains, and it's very, very beautiful and picturesque. So I just thought I'd come up and, again, as I like to do a lot, just kind of sit and think to myself. Obviously now I record some of this for you guys, which is awesome, but just reflecting on what we've achieved this year has been nothing short of amazing, and it's taken a long time to get here, and I'm just super happy with it. So I just wanted to quickly show you why, one of the main reasons why we picked this plot. It's more apparent now that we've got the second story. So before the sun comes out again, I'll quickly just grab the camera and show you guys. So I didn't know how much of this would be picked up on the shot from the other day with the sun in the background, but this is essentially why we love this spot, because that view just never ever gets old. And we're really fortunate because of the surrounding mountains. We never really get too many extremes of weather. We're very much shielded here, which is awesome. And up behind, you see the big mountain protecting us, which is a really, really nice feeling. Keeps away the worst of the rain. And also all the freshwater springs are up there, so we get fresh water. Awesome. So yeah, it's still very surreal being up here. I could probably spend my whole day up here, to be honest. It's glorious. Even in December, it's chilly, but not horrific, like I said, because the mountain keeps a lot of the wind off. This is kind of where our house will go in the next phase. I thought it'd be quite good just to show you this, actually, in that someone's building something next to ours. There is the road in the middle, but it's nice to see the next step on the process. So once they've got the next story up and the roof on, this will be what ours ends up looking like before it's got the final render. So what they do here is they build the concrete and the brick, and then they will render that out, or sorry, not render, they will insulate the outside of that building, and then they will put render over the top of that. And of course inside they'll probably plaster over the concrete and the brick and stuff to make it look nice inside, but a lot of the insulation happens on the outside, which is quite nice. It means that you don't encroach on the interior space, and as you can see here, it means that you've got these really nice deep window recesses on the outside, which I think look really, really nice. And it means that you can put things like mosquito nets and fly nets built in on the outside of the window, so you can open the actual window inside and still have the fly net, mosquito net on the outside. I think that's kind of the reason behind it, because the recesses then protect those nets, which is quite a nice idea. It's really well built. Again, thank you all so much for watching this one, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.